Hey guys, Tyler here. Welcome back to Vampire Survivors. This game just got a big new update, so I'm going to be checking out all the fun stuff that came with it. I'm doing a totally different challenge from what I normally do. I am seeking out the evolution of the Santa water. I very rarely will like go into a run just digging for an evolution, but this is happening. It's a new evolution for the new thing. So I'm starting with the character that starts with Santa water, and I'm playing on Green Acres, which has bumping new music, by the way. And I am on hyper mode. I've actually never done hyper mode on this map. This is the map, for those who don't know, where enemies are random and have 50% more HP. And not only am I doing this hard challenge I haven't done before, I'm also doing it with fewer meta upgrades slash power-ups. And once I level up, you'll see. But this should be fun. I do know that the Santa water will level up with a tracked orb, so I'll have to be hunting for that. I'll have a lot of opportunities to get there, so I'm sure it won't be that bad. But Santa water was already insane even before upgrading, so it will be crazy to see what this evolution is looking like. So I don't expect this to be too hard, especially considering the few power-ups I did take. Let's take a look at it right now. So I took this new one called Revival. It says you get to respawn once with 50% HP, which is totally new and sounds ridiculous. I took Duplicator because it's good, and I took Projectile Area and Projectile Duration because those are two upgrades that will buff the Santa water and maybe not buff the other stuff as much. I mostly just want to see if I can have Evolve Santa water solo, depending on how strong it is. Like, it might just be a very strong normal weapon with a mediocre evolution, or it could be an insane evolution. I'm excited to see either way. So, oh god. I'm not too worried about taking random HP, even without the meta upgrades that give me more HP and more healing. I should still heal a lot with this character, just naturally. Although I won't be able to play as safe as I normally do. You know, give me spinach. Sure, I haven't seen a tracked orb yet, but it's just nice taking the other good things. Now, the things I have here are not the best at, say, targeting down an elite. It's mostly splash damage and random damage, but I'll get my XP with time. Why am I running into things? I can't run into any things anymore. This isn't the pentagram run. But like I said, I'm not too worried about random small pieces of damage early on. Here's the library stuff, and I got a little orb. So, let's take a Rune Tracer upgrade. I do want to hunt for Duplicator, which is also why I took Rune Tracer, because actually, no, I guess we did disprove that Duplicator can just show up whenever. It doesn't have to show up for if I only have weapons that don't evolve. And that makes sense, because eventually I'm pretty sure all weapons are going to have an evolution. Although maybe Pentagram probably won't, because I don't know what the hell you could do with the Pentagram evolution. Because really, I mean, you're not going to get... I feel like it's just going to tweak its numbers. Like, how are you going to change Pentagram from something that just explodes every now and then? Like, are you going to give it more faster cooldown, more damage dealt somehow? Like, give it the ability to kill a Reaper? You know what? That'd actually be a really fun evolution. You give the Pentagram the ability to kill the Reaper, and that's a sick evolved weapon. And that could be for, like, solely... I kind of want Spellbinder again. I have one. I am going to hunt for Bible. I know I kind of did this synergy before, but it's different. I'm going to have Evolve Santa water. But I think I do need this synergy because I am considerably weak compared to normal. I don't even have higher XP gain, so leveling is going to be slower. Everything about this is going to be harder. Like, I'm having to kite enemies for the first time in a hot minute. Usually I just kill these. Give me Candelabrador. I'm super buffing Santa water. I'm taking everything that'll help me in my saint-like journey. Thank you for the chicken. I did need that, actually, for the first time in a while. Like, I almost never go for an early chicken like this, but times have changed. It's a real challenge now. Got to keep things interesting. I think the last few episodes were give me that Duplicator. Last few episodes were challenges that ended up being a little too easy, even though they were cool. Like, I thought they were cool builds, but they needed some more spice. They need more action, need more drama, and this run should hopefully deliver. Can't guarantee, but that's what I'm hoping for. Let's go Santa water. Upgrade that. Empty Tome is still good to upgrade, but I'd rather go Santa here. Yeah, just kind of kite the enemies through the Santa water. That seems to be very effective. I could probably still hide in here for a while. Oh, yeah, I can. I got a chest. Cool. So I only have one item slot left, and that has to be a tracked orb. Hopefully I didn't railroad myself too hard, but I think I'll be offered weapons pretty much always moving forward. Hey, it's pentagram. Ha, no. Give me that Santa water. Hunt for a tractor. So I don't care when it shows up, I want it. And honestly, a tractor's not bad for convenience. Got a tractor, perfect. This run has legs. We're diving into the deepness of this update. So in addition to the Santa Water evolution, there's a new character. I don't know how to unlock it, but I'm sure I'll figure it out eventually. Maybe if I'm lucky, I'll just incidentally unlock it this run. Also, how do you like this? 2 weapons only so far. Just Rune Tracer and Santa Water. Honestly, 2 of the most OP non-evolved weapons in the game. You heard it here. I think these 2, I don't know if they're the top 2, but they are up there in goodness. Okay. Do I take Fire Wand, or do I just keep milking the 2 weapons I have? You know what? Hear me out. Let's just milk the 2 weapons I have. I don't care. I don't get to do this often. I might as well try to enjoy just low amounts of weapons early on because I can get away with it. And another chest. Like, I'm somehow strong enough that I don't need a 3rd or 4th or 5th weapon right now. And maybe I'll just take random stuff like Laurel or Clock Lancet. The one extra weapon I would take is Bible, though. I do want the King Bible to go with Santa Water because someone in the comments about last time I did this strat said it perfectly. It's like the castle and moat strategy. Never mind that, though. I didn't get it. You know what? I'm going to take the Pichon. I've done Vandalier before, and I mean, I'm not going to hard look for it. I'm not interested that much in Ebony Wings, but it could be good. What I do know is that the Vandalier is very powerful come late game. I'll just level up what I have. I'd prefer to level up what I have than take new stuff. It's more fun this way. It's very powerful late game, so this will be like the perfect comparison for Santa Water. I'll see which of the 2 evolved weapons will outdamage each other. So maybe I still will hunt for Ebony Wings. Like, I'm not going to turn it down if I see it. It's more that I won't be too disappointed if I don't get it, because that's just a random thing I could do. This is all about the Santa Water, though. And honestly, it's already destroying. Like, look at the amount of projectiles it has. It still can have +1 more projectile, and it can still evolve to have so much more damage. But this is the setup that maximizes the power of the Santa Water. I think every single item I have is exactly what I was hoping to get, because all of them buff Santa Water, and it is wonderful. All right, another level. Okay, I did get Ebony Wings. Yeah, I'll take it. Crazy how quickly that was offered. So now, I mean, I'm looking for Bible, and what do I want as my last weapon? Maybe Clock Lancet, maybe Garlic, actually, for knockback. I'm not sure. Well, whatever's happening now, I'm taking a little itty bit of damage, so maybe I could get, like, Blue Wand just to kind of help me go through these crowds. Oh, no, it's fine. I'll kill stuff eventually. Yeah, just maybe hide in the Santa Water if I'm really that nervous. Like, maybe my 6th weapon, though, will probably be something like Clock Lancet or... give me a Spellbinder here. Clock Lancet or Laurel, just some supports weapon. It feels really weird, like, making videos for this game trying to showcase actual synergies and things in this game, because it's really not the way this game is meant to be played. The game is meant to be played that you take a hard challenge and you just go with the flow and try to beat it. But it's different because this is a new update. Good news is, I have no shortage of hard challenges I want to do. I think it'll be really interesting to try to do this map on hyper mode with no power-ups / meta upgrades. I think that'd be really, really, really interesting if I could pull it off. I might have to stream it just because the amount of attempts it will take. Like, I even have a couple meta power-ups here and I'm still struggling. And I think I got a bit of a high roll, although I've been neglecting some upgrades that or weapons that I normally would take, so it's a little different. But I think that'd be a really tough challenge that it would take a good amount of tries, so I think that's something I'd actually stream. If you guys do want to catch the inevitable stream, I would recommend twitch.tv/Aliensrock. That's where I'll be playing it. I've done YouTube streams before, but that's different. I've done streams on YouTube, done streams on Twitch, and if those are curious, here's the difference. YouTube streams are intended to be for content that is not going to be edited. That's just best in unedited form. So the only time I actually YouTube streamed recently was going for all secrets in Superland. which is something that can't be edited because it relies mostly on map navigation, and when you edit, you lose a lot of that. Give me the Bible. So, to keep it just simple, I left in, just had it be raw footage, and I think it worked out pretty well. But for challenges like this, you can cut out the fat and still have it be entertaining. You know what? Give me the spinach. For some reason, I've seen comments on my videos of like, how is the video short in 30 minutes, but he's won. Did you like not watch the video? Did you not like notice the edits? I like to keep the videos entertaining, so I'll edit out the boring stuff. This one's tough now. I don't want a track orb. I want something that helps me. I could go Laurel. You know what? I always go Fire Wand. I never go Laurel in a damage build, so I think that's fun. Let's go Empty Tome and Empty Tome again. That's wonderful, actually. Lots of red orbs here. I'm loving this XP. Yeah, Laurel's something I don't really do too often. I mean, the only time I did it was the actual tanky run. Let's take the Bible. Let's level up some other stuff before I go on Peachone and Ebony Wings. I'm sure it'll take a bit, so why not just get the Bibles? I have 5 Bibles as is. That's crazy. Show me Rune Tracer. Show me Rune Tracer. Very nice. Okay. Circle of Death. 10-minute mark, I'm feeling pretty good about things. Once I kill that elite, hopefully I can get my Santa Water evolution, and we can get the thing we've all been waiting for. I think it'll be very... Well, I have no idea what to expect. I'm expecting it at least to be good just because of the strength of Santa Water. But I have no idea what they could do with it. Like, I don't know if it's going to be Hellfire Water or Swamp Water. It's just random stuff like that. I don't know. Hey, give me this XP real quick. I'll take a Bible. Actually, I should have gone for Candelabrador. This elite's actually kind of hard to kill. There we go. Show me the thing. Oh, that's it. That's definitely it. I've not seen this before. Borra. Damaging zones follow you and grow when they move. Moving Santa Water. Whoa, okay. So we can get some gigantic Santa Water as long as it's mobile. So, well, that's exciting. So, a Tract Orb is actually really good for wanting to move, because it's not like I'll need to stay in one spot doubling back a ton. It's more that... Let's go Spinach here. It's more that I want to keep moving to new spots and getting new stuff. Give me the Spinach. And you know what? I'll just try to buff up the Attract Orb, or not the Attract Orb, Santa Water still as much as possible before going on to other things. I want to relish in the power of the Santa Water. That's a lot of Santa Waters. That is a good bit. If they move slow. It's hard to tell whether they're moving because I'm moving and the screen's moving, but I think they are moving. So honestly, I don't know how I feel about the Bible strat, to be honest. The Bible strat might be a little bit less potent because that was more like a standstill sort of strategy, where it's different because I'm going to want to move with this Evolved Santa Water. I didn't know that was coming, so... I mean, I'm cool with having Bible. It's still one of my favorite things, and plus it synergizes with all the other stuff I took, so I might as well lean into that synergy. You know what I noticed, though? The Santa Water isn't going to be easily compared in DPS to the other evolved weapons I get. Why? Because I'm getting Santa Water so early. I'm getting it so early. So it's going to be dealing less damage now because it can't deal that much damage now. There's like a very small max damage just due to the weak strength of the enemies, where if I get an evolved weapon later on, it's going to be dealing closer to max damage because there's going to be a ton of enemies and there's going to be a ton more HP. So I just realized that this is not going to be a fantastic comparison. So I don't know what to make of that. Either way, it actually seems like, in my opinion, that so far the Santa Water buff or evolution isn't actually that extreme. And I respect that because it's, in the first place, just a very, very, very powerful weapon in the first place. And I see that rosary. I got to make sure I don't accidentally collect it. So it's good that they didn't make it overpowered, but it made it interesting. Like, they added strategy to it. And there was already decent amount of strategy around Santa Water because there is a pattern. You can see it's how it's shooting. Like, see how it's, like, going in a circle and still going. Like, that just shot, like, 20 projectiles. Look at this. It's lasting for so long. That is so many Santa Waters. It is permanent Santa City. Yeah. Like, maybe Maybe what I needed to get was projectile speed. Oh, bracer to make these crawl faster. Okay, I can see it move now. Bracer would be hilarious if that makes these go faster. And I'm just picking random stuff at this point. I am at a point where I'm so strong, it doesn't matter what I take. It's not going to change anything. So what I'm actually trying to do is rush Vandalier if I can. Maybe I should consider taking a Tract Orb then if I can't get Vandalier just to more easily level up. There's a lot of orbs I've just left lying around that would like to do. But I got Peachone, so I'll take that. Oh, it's another Circle of Death. We've been getting all those. Very... I think that's... I don't know if that's good or bad luck. I think the Circle of Death is the harder of the two waves for the 15-minute mark, so it's not going to be easy here. At least I kill most of the Circle of Death, so it's not... It's like a semi-circle of doom rather than a Circle of Death. Yeah, let me level up a little bit more. I just want XP at this point. I'm killing everything. It's actually so hard to see everything. The Santa water is causing so much just happen on the screen. It's so much information overload. Maybe this time I should consider turning off the damage, but I actually use the damage numbers. I'm getting really close to the evolved birds. Getting that before 16 or 17-minute mark would be great. Actually, that's not going to happen. I would need another elite for that to happen. Oh, wait, it could happen. I see a chest. Okay, you know what? Let me try to level this up all the way. When did I kill that elite? I think that's a theme with Santa Water. You don't know when you kill stuff. Stuff just dies, whether you like it or not. You can't go pacifist with Santa Water. Maybe that's one thing I could try in the future, a pacifist run. Which, admittedly, is the pentagram run without the pentagram, but it'd be kind of funny. Trying to kill as less stuff as possible. Like, it'd be another revisit to the tanky build, which is something I don't do too often. I think as long as... Oh, this is the last of it, right? Yeah, that's all the birds. Show me the Vandalier now. Like, as long as I do it decently far away from the pentagram build, I think it'll be fine. And there we go. Vandalier. Why not? Get a little comparison, and I'll just try to level this up. Still make it a fair comparison, because I do know Vandalier is pretty weak at low levels. I didn't get it. I get Lightning Ring. I don't kill Lightning Ring that often. I'll take a Lightning Ring because I like Lightning Ring. Sure, it doesn't have the evolution, but I go Blue Wand so often. I've done it so many times. I want to see more lightning. I mean, this is just the ultimate explosions run. Santa Water is basically explosion with AoE. Lightning is explosive lightning. Peachone, you see how explosive Vandalier is. And Bible is Bible. Alright, 18 minutes. Got another elite. This is all going very swimmingly. I am shocked that I did not have much more resistance. Like, the hardest was the early rounds. Like, I'm not even going for more damage. I'm just letting what I have deal damage. I would upgrade Vandalier if it were offered, but it's not. I'm just taking stuff like a Tract Orb because I want to instead. Like, I did not think I'd have this degree of freedom. You know what? Next challenge I'm doing... I'm going to have even fewer power-up upgrades, meta upgrades. I think it has to be done. Just, I think in total, I only bought like 6 power-ups. 1 revive, which we won't even get to see. You know what? Next time I'll do just a revive. Just to see if I can get it to trigger. Or if not, I mean, it's not a big deal if I don't. I mean, I might as well just flex that I have the revive and I'm not even using it. Oh, that was surprisingly less XP than I thought. I honestly do think this game needs a more difficult mid-game. You know, the beginning is hard just because you need to get off the ground with damage, and the end game is hard because you may have picked a build that doesn't max out that well, but the mid-game I found has been consistently easy, unless if you're not getting off the ground that well in the early game. In that case, it's mostly just extended early game that's difficulty. I would not mind some other type of difficulty spike in the mid-game. I don't know what that looks like, to be honest. Well, actually, what it should look like is enemies that shoot slow projectiles. That would be a really fun thing that'd probably be just for the mid-game. Like, I think that'd be bad for the end game, but really interesting for the mid-game, and probably also bad for the early game. Actually, I don't know if that's true. It'd be okay. It'd actually probably be best for the early game, because it's probably best if there's the least amount of enemies. But think about it, like an enemy that, you know, still does some melee damage, but moves kind of slowly and just infrequently shoots a slow-moving projectile. So that way you can compensate for a lot of enemies spawning. But actually, the more I think about it, why not just have it be like Elites, where there's just few enemies that are just the archers? I just think it'd be a really interesting concept. Because the closest thing we have to projectiles are those fast-moving ghosts that come in. And those are a totally interesting, different challenge on their own. So why not have more interesting and different challenges? You cannot have too many of them. You really can't. And actually, I guess the skulls that fly in are basically projectiles too. I mean, I guess it seems like there are a good number of things that are projectile-like, but I don't think it's the same as like an enemy that shoots a projectile at you. Because the skulls seem to follow a set pattern no matter where, not necessarily no matter where they are. It's like they pick where you are, and then they'll go towards you. And then the ghost is like just homing with knockback. But it's different because you can kill the skulls and you can knock back the ghost. Projectiles would be different in that you have to dodge them. So, I mean, if they're slow moving, you can dodge them. Otherwise, they'd just be kind of unfun. They are in process of adding a third map, which is an actual map rather than just like a different stage that, you know, looks the same but just has a bonus challenge. They're, like, planning on adding an actual third map with its own waves. So there's definitely room to add new types of enemies in this game. I'm really excited to see what they do, because I bet they have even better ideas than my slow-moving projectile idea. Maybe they've tested it and seen that it just sucks, and anyone who suggests it, like me, sucks. So I'm excited to see what's in store for a future map. Another Vandalier just in time for the 24-minute mark. I mean, yeah, okay, I got the hard 24 minutes too, so that's good. Or did I? Well, I thought I did, but okay, never mind. I thought I was getting the hard 24-minute mark thing, but then the game said, nope, psych. Well, there's still plenty of chances for this to be difficult, I'm sure. And Max Vandalier. So I will be excited to see if the Santa Water is close to the Vandalier. Thing is, though, Santa Water is not even killing that much because it's spawning around me, and the enemies aren't even getting close to me. Well, partially because of the Vandalier, and maybe just also because of stuff like Rune Tracer, which is still heavily underrated. And, you know, I'm surprised Santa Water, like, hasn't become that big in size. I'll take a Laurel. I want more charges. Maybe I should just start running. How about this? Yes, 25-minute mark. Things are getting kind of interesting. This is actually a hard 25-minute mark, so I'm happy to see it. What if I just start moving? I just get on the move, and I see if the... Nah, Santa Water on the move is not that good. Like, this feels like the opposite of what you want to do with Santa Water. Maybe there is some way to use it, and I'm just being a bit of a dum-dum, but as it stands right now, I think I still want to do the old Santa Water strat where I just stay in one spot. Because this game also has a thing where if you move off screen, the enemies will, like, despawn in that direction, and maybe they'll, like, teleport to be in front of you just to keep it interesting. I love a good triple. Oh, that's right, I still had Unholy Vespers to level up. Forgot about that. Maybe the strat is to, like, just slowly inch in one direction. Like, don't go too far out. Just let these move. But it doesn't even look like Santa Water is increasing in size that much. I think what it just needs is maybe more dramatic size increase. Not that it's underpowered or anything. It's perfectly fine in power level. It just feels less exciting than I'd hoped. Unless if... Okay. What if I had the wrong idea about it? Like, what if these new spawns of it are it moving? Like, it's not just slowly moving. It's actually teleporting to a closer spot to you because you've moved. I don't know if that's the case. I don't have that great of a knowledge of Santa Water to really say anything about it. I mean, at least they're trying to get me, but I have, like, the perfect anti-grouped enemy defense. Santa Water just shuts that down immediately, and it's not even fair. Well, at least I'll get Max Lightning Ring after one more level, and then I'll have done everything I needed to. At the very least, Santa Water should be having the most total damage. If it doesn't, then I might consider it a true disappointment. Like, if Vandalier manages to snipe total damage from Santa Water, I'll be shocked. I expected to snipe damage per second, but total damage, that would be insane. And that's with me doing everything I can to make Santa Water better at the expense, or not at the expense, but without buffing the other attacks that much either. It's 26-minute mark. I know this build. I'm pretty sure I can stand still. But we've all seen this before. I mean, maybe this is the way for Santa Water to dominate. Just stand still. And just let them try to get through. Let them sink in the Saint Water. Okay, this has been fairly easy so far. Bring on the last minute. Oh, it's the library. Okay, I'm going to stand still again. Because this maybe could be extra challenging with it being the library. Library has a harder final minute. It has more enemies, but I specialize against more enemies. So I think I'm just shredding here. Like, some of them are kind of getting close, but as soon as they touch the Unholy Vespers, their progress is halted. There is no way they're progressing any further. And yeah, that's a GG. You know what? I'm just going to have to do fewer power-ups next time. And just to give myself a bigger challenge. I really thought this would be tough, but hey, you know, I'm happy to showcase it. It's mostly just waiting to see the stats. I can't wait to see what the verdict is on this water. Oh, he broke my shields. Some of them, not all of them. I don't know how he got past security. He was the only one who got past. The streaker got on the field. All right, but that's a win. GG. What if I run from... Nope, can't run from death. Well, I can stay alive for 6 seconds. Thank you, Laurel. Well, GG. Let's... Oh, I'm back! I think I respawned with my shields? I'm not sure. So, no Santa Water or Vandalier destroyed, but I'll tell you what. Borra still did pretty good. 6.2 thousand damage per second is a lot better than I thought. Oh, and I unlocked the new weapon. Or the new character, Crotchy. Well, I'll have to check that out next time. But yeah, Vandalier is insane. I think Borra only seen bad because I had Vandalier. I think it is very, very good. So with that, I'll leave you be. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll be checking out the new character in the next episode. Have a wonderful day and peace.